Final question for you. You've said that you want the deal with AJ to be done by the end of Monday.
Monday is the deadline.
Great Britain to be given the title of the undisputed world heavyweight champion, the one and only Lennox Lewis. How are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. I'm good.
Good to see you. Thanks for doing this today. And look, I introduced you there as the last man to be called the undisputed world heavyweight champion from Great Britain. But hey, your status as that may be under threat because Daniel Dubois gets his chance to become that man very, very soon. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking he's ready. You know, he's been through the trials and tribulations. He's the King Slayer, and he's got the power. He's been there before, so he was just there. He knocked the guy down, so he knows what he needs to do. So it would be great for him to do it. Another man do it for Great Britain. It's not an easy task, but he's definitely the man that can go through with it. He's done the work. He's gone through the pedigree, and he's a certified champion. So, you know, I think, he has big hopes on doing it. He's going to do it.
And those are the words of Lennox Lewis. Big up England, big up. Lennox Lewis states that Daniel Dubois is the man to do it this time. Of course, we know that Daniel Dubois fought Alexander Usyk back in August of 23, and some strange, controversial things happened. You know, a lot of people that are arguing to this day that was it legal, was it illegal, was it low, was it legal, was it regulation, all that. And I think the argument is worth people wanting a rematch. I mean, that's the only thing. I just want to remind people that Daniel Dubois did not lose a decision in that fight. Daniel Dubois quit. So that's one thing we should never forget about that. Because you can't have one without the other. So if you can say, hey, it was legal, and Alexander Usyk should have been counted out, and it's the ref, blame the ref. But you have to also keep in mind that in the 9th round, the jab that put Daniel down did not warrant him staying down. That warrants him quitting. Okay? So the man quit. So he has to redeem himself. So even if Daniel Dubois, to me, like I told you guys, even if he goes into a fight with Alexander Usyk, which I think he's going to come in powerful. I think the confidence is there. I think a lot of things has changed for Daniel Dubois since that night. Okay, and I'm not talking about how good he got because, you know, you guys know I don't believe he got any better. I think the guys that he fought were just a different style. Nonetheless, a lot of things outside the ring has changed for Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois has just became a daddy. Daniel Dubois has just became a father. He has more responsibilities. He states that he's more grown, like he was a kid before, which I don't believe that. But I think this may help him. So anything confidence-wise should help Daniel Dubois, you know. So Lennox Lewis, though, I do question, you know, hey, does he really want his record affected? Because he's the last UK champion. You know, that's been since, what, 2023? 2? Right? And then when he fought Vitaly Klitschko, a lot of people questioned him leaving and getting out of the sport at that time because the way that fight ended. So it is what it is. But nonetheless, I'm glad that he's supporting Daniel Dubois because Daniel Dubois is not Anthony Joshua and he has no beef with him. Because Daniel Dubois is kind of like a, you know, a simple bloke that really doesn't hold any threat to Lennox Lewis. Because Lennox Lewis's legacy will not be affected by Daniel Dubois. You know what I mean? Because he's the guy to do it. He's the last guy that did it. And if Daniel can't do it, then he's with it. But anyway, I think Lennox Lewis, I think a lot of people, though, and you guys know who you are, you expect a British undisputed champion. You know what I mean? Because we've had one. And a lot of people was pissed that Tyson Fury couldn't be that, but he just wasn't good enough on the nights that he fought Alexander Usyk. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people are looking for Daniel Dubois to be the last hope for Britain to be the undisputed champion. But, you know, we will see. You guys tell me what you think of Lennox Lewis stating that Daniel Dubois is the man to do it. He's the man with the plan. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys can counterpunch. Peace.